Namaste. It's an honor to be here at TEDxFuture University, Bareilly. Today we speak of a better tomorrow, but I want to begin with the question we rarely ask. What if the greatest innovation we can build is not outside us? It's within us. हम भी तो हो सकते हैं वो इनोवेशन खुद जिसकी चीज़ हम बाहर देख रहे हैं या ढूंढ रहे हैं. Why not? We live in a time where innovation is usually defined by technology, AI, robotics, startups, breakthroughs, someone coming up with the next big idea. But what if the next big idea is improving ourselves? Just being a better human being. If you're born a human, अगर आप इंसान पैदा हुए हैं, तो ये सबके लिए है. कोई भी कर सकता है, फ्री है. किसी से पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just improve yourself, be nice, and it's that simple. Maybe bring a smile to the next person around you. Maybe, just be kind to someone. Give your spot in the elevator or ask someone to be seated next to you. And it's not that difficult. It costs us nothing. It's a very simple idea, but it can change lives. It can change your life. It can change the other person's life. In simple words, the innovation that we can bring amongst ourselves is something that no one needs to, tell us to do or want us to do. It is just something that we can bring out from within ourselves. I come from the lineage of Mirabai, one of India's greatest bhakti saints, spiritual revolutionaries. Her life was a reminder that true innovation is courageous self-transformation. When the world tried to define her, she redefined herself. When society demanded conformity, she chose clarity. She carried only one torch, the torch of inner conviction. And with it, she illuminated centuries. Maybe one of you can do that. Maybe one of you can just be that one person who has created an amazing life for themselves just by being nice to other people. You could be known as that person who spreads a smile. Somehow I like to think that torch has been passed down generations, and maybe a little bit of a spark lives within me. Whenever I face challenges in my journey, whether it is in hospitality, businesses, entrepreneurship, personal growth, I remind myself of Mirabai's conviction. Do not wait for the world to change. Become the reason it does. And that's very simple, honestly. When we speak of innovating ourselves, we're really speaking of three simple shifts. Shifting our perspective. हम कैसे दुनिया को देख रहे हैं. अच्छी नज़रों से देखो दुनिया अच्छी है, बुरी नज़रों से देखो दुनिया बुरी है. बहुत सिंपल है. Strengthening our character. अच्छा होना मुश्किल होता है, honestly. हर situation में just trying to be nice will cost you more sometimes, but it requires character to stay true to who you are. If you're a good person, stick to it. And elevating your actions. At the end of the day, actions is what matter most. सोच के अच्छा नहीं होता है, करना पड़ेगा. And these ideas can sound abstract until we see them in real life, Like one is in a traffic jam. There are two cars at loggerheads. In India, it's very common. दोनों एक दूसरे के सामने खड़े होते हैं कि नहीं वो रिवर्स लेगा मैं नहीं लूंगा. Just take that reverse, bro. It doesn't cost you anything. Just do this to the other guy. He will smile. He might reverse back as well. Why don't you go ahead? It'll change his day. It'll change your day. And both of you have moved on in life just happy instead of having that aggravation within yourself. So you can do so much more with the positive energy that you have within yourself. आपको कोई business के बारे में बता सकता है, आपको कोई education के बारे में बता सकता है, but आपको कोई खुद के बारे में नहीं बता सकता. वो आप ही जानते हैं. So why not just be nice? It's so easy. So, there are lots of people, good examples. Mahatma Gandhi, एक चरखा लेके उन्होंने दुनिया बदल दी, अपना देश बदल दिया. He didn't have to fight against the world single-handedly. I don't think he had the muscles, maybe. He realized obstacles weren't roadblocks. They were invitations to widen his windows, And that is the first innovation we perform on ourselves. Innovation on how we see ourselves. Every time we widen our perspective, we unlock a new possibility that was always just there. Maybe you smiled at someone at the airport and he turns out to be a director at the multinational company that you were applying a role for. honestly, that has worked for me. This principle shaped my own journey too. A few years ago, I was juggling multiple roles as a son, as someone who was starting his business, as an academic who wanted to get his PhD, as a traveler, I love to travel, but with no clarity or purpose. What do I need to do? So I just introspected. What do I want? What do I genuinely want? What brings me alive? What makes me who I am? Where does my heart feel at home? It was simple. The meaning of my name, Vardhan, it means spreading happiness. So I just wanted to spread happiness, create memories, spaces full of warmth, care, identity. That's how I came up with hotels. I honestly just thought about hotels as not just as a business, but as an expression of myself and my values. At the end of the day, I entered hospitality fully. I just went full on. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what is going to bring me out myself. And I can do this every day and enjoy it. And I realized something important. Hotels are not just buildings, they're experiences. They're an emotion. They're a microcosm of cultures. Everywhere you go to, you might find that one place which showcases what that place truly is. It's an expression of the people from that area, maybe. It's an expression of the art of that area. So to me, it wasn't about luxury. It wasn't about, providing the best amenities, facilities. Even though we do that, we have to do that. It was about belonging to our roots. Where am I from? Who am I? About showcasing our own cultural heritage and presenting the best of what India had to offer of its own. Not an imitation of someone else's ideas कि अमेरिका में ये अच्छा होटल होता है होगा हमारे यहाँ क्या होता है our own beautiful unique perspective as an Indian, as someone from Rajasthan, as someone from Mirabai's family, what can I do? So I reimagined the design, the art, the architecture, even the construction techniques for that matter. I just looked back in history, which are the buildings that stand tall 500 years later, जिसको लोग टिकट देके पैसा खरीद देके और देखने जाते हैं, उन्होंने कैसे वो चीजें बनाई जो हम आज देख रहे हैं. Simple. So that's what I've been trying to do with every new building that we're creating. We're going back in time. We searched for those local people वो कला जिन लोगों में थी, बहुत कम लोगों में वो कला बची थी जिनको वो चीजें करनी आती थी. Imagine we have such a rich history, such a great past, but no one knows how to recreate it anymore. That was a serious challenge for me. And to be fair, constructing in that way, it costs about 4 times more than creating a regular building. That is a big challenge in today's day and age. You can build maybe 4 buildings for the cost of 1, simply where you're trying to recreate your own cultural heritage. Currently, the government says 1951 के बाद बनी buildings, they do not count as national heritage. But I thought that is almost limiting our country from propagating our own culture, our own heritage. What are we doing? We're promoting some other thought, not our thought. No one's being incentivized to promote India, promote Indian art, Indian culture. Why would they do that? It costs them more. It's tough to find people. There's no incentive even. So what? Someone had to do it. I guess I did. I want other people to do it as well. It almost drives people, away from what was Indian heritage. In 1951, did India's history stop? No. It goes on. I want that everything that we do every single day adds to the Indian history. ताकि हमसे 100 साल बाद जो लोग दोबारा पीछे देखेंगे वो ये नहीं देखेंगे कि 1951 में इंडिया और हिस्ट्री खत्म हो गया था. It is every single thing that we do today, that we are building today, that will last a lifetime far beyond us. I don't want India to be lost with time. It's art to be lost with time. The generations that come by, I don't want them to have an anonymity in history. That what happened between 1951 and 2051? I don't know. No buildings last. We're seeing buildings from 1500, 1600. Now There are people, there are buildings, there is structure, there is architecture, there's art that survives, thrives, grows right now. Every day should be an addition to India's glorious history. And that's what I strive for. But even with these practical challenges, all of those that I've mentioned, we decided to build experiences and properties showcasing the magnificence of our own unique artistry. And none of this is design innovation. I, in fact, went 500 years back. It was just perspective innovation. That's what I want everyone in this country maybe to even try to achieve. They might do a lot. There's a lot of knowledge rooted in Indian cultural heritage. We don't have to look too far. Once our own perspective shifts, our actions might follow. We're proud, if we're proud of where we're from and what comes behind us, what has led us to this point, there's a very bright future ahead. For example, I applied the simple concept of seva and Atithi Devo Bhava to hospitality. Every guest is welcomed with genuine warmth of Khamagani. It's a simple greeting in Rajasthani, and the area that we're from, it's a hi, it's a hello, it's a goodbye, it's a acknowledgement, everything. But as soon as a guest comes, they're greeted with the local sense of, pride that you hold within. Sometimes they might learn something new. Oh, why are they saying that? Sometimes they might be intrigued. Sometimes they might just be happy. Why give them a corporate smile when you can give them a touch of your own? Local artisans built our spaces, showcasing the talents hidden within these people around us. Regular people enhancing their talent, supporting each other, just creating new experiences. That enhances the idea of more people learning that skill so that it's not lost with time. Our team, everyone who's working very hard to, bring a smile to the guest. No unhappy person can provide true happiness to someone else. You have to look after your team. You have to make sure that they do something which reflects you, yourself, as a person, as a business owner maybe. So it's just creating that harmonious environment, looking after them, making sure that people around you are happy as well. If there is any issue, try to resolve it. Just be kind, and it doesn't cost anything. So just, more or less what I'm trying to convey and what I need to convey and what I really feel deep towards is good civic sense, important for this country. Being a kind human being, important for yourself. And in conjunction with those two things, maybe you can be the best businessman, the best sportsman, you can be the most creative mind, the best artist. But if you just apply these two elements to your life, you're creating a better life for yourself, a better life for people around you, a more positive environment for the society that you live within. And at the end of the day, changing the entire system, it really doesn't take that much. People complain, oh, system kharab hai, hum kya karenge? No, but just be nice, be kind. Innovation doesn't need to be technological. It can be psychological. And that's the message I have for everyone out there. We can play our role in history. We create history. We build history by nothing much than showing a tiny act of kindness and bringing a smile every day to one person. Maybe that person does it, and so on and so forth, the butterfly effect of beauty and happiness. And just like that, people might not respond to you, but they will respond to the kindness and the happiness that you share with them. And maybe that showcases a strong character that you hold yourself to, hold your own in this environment, in a country where things might be difficult. You don't choose where you're born. You don't choose where you go to school. That is practically, circumstances in life. But you choose the kind of person you become. That's for sure. I have seen this in my own life. I have seen this in people around me. Skills can be taught. Character cannot be downloaded like an app. You have to build that yourself. Just Just be nice. And yeah, a smile, a gesture, a moment of understanding. These are innovations too. Uh, maybe some you don't know what the other person is going through honestly. आपके बगल में बैठे आदमी की लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है आपको बिल्कुल नहीं पता होगा. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो आपका बेस्ट फ्रेंड हो, मगर आपने उससे एक ऐसे करके जोक मार दिया और वो हंस दिया, वो उन 5 सेकंड के लिए वो अपनी लाइफ को भूल जाएगा मगर खुश हो जाएगा. और आप दोनों के बीच का बॉन्ड, it can last forever and you don't know where it goes. So yeah, finally, because this sort of innovation is, you know, very important in the society that we are right now, in the place we find ourselves within right now. So I apply this every day in my life. It's become a way of life. It's a practice. It's just the role that I play for people around me. And something beautiful happens, honestly. I'm here today. I'm speaking with you. It's a beautiful thing that's happening to me in my life. I'm very privileged. I'm very fortunate. Thanks to the opportunities presented. And it just makes me happy. And at the end of the day, if anyone listening, one person makes one another person happy, I have made my journey successful. My life is good. So, you know, one thing that sticks with me though, one person innovates, self-innovates, it can improve a family. A few people innovate, it improves the community. But when the majority self-innovate, it uplifts a nation. And that's what we need to do, honestly. You know? Thank you for this opportunity. Enjoy your days.